here all morning. You can take a look and see where we are right now. So this truck here, they've been trying for at least the last half an hour to get this truck off the embankment here, but no luck so far. They've slowly been able to make their way up a little bit. I was actually speaking to some neighbors out here, and they told me the man who was driving this truck, they say that he was in the vehicle at the time, was able to make his way out of the truck during the floodwaters last night, and he's thankfully all right. Didn't want to speak to us on camera, but he did say that they're really trying to get the truck out of there. They have a whole community effort right now. You can see they don't have like AAA or anything out here. They just tried to do it themselves, trying to tow that truck out there. But again, they've been out here for about half an hour so far, made it about halfway up the embankment. Now, this is just one of the many neighbors that I've spoken out here this morning. A lot of them say that they had extensive damage in their homes. There are even some homes that are up on the hill a little bit, and they even had some water that was in their driveway. Thankfully, most of the damage was more on the ground, so those higher lofted homes say they didn't really have a lot of damage, but even so, you can see just how high up those are in the hill. And even those had water in their driveway, about 4 feet is what they were saying. So we talked to a lot of neighbors out here about the damage they had. As you heard earlier, if you were tuning in around 7 o'clock, we talked to Al, who has a mechanic shop out here. There are cars that were in his shop. We'll take a walk down here that are now in the trees. Well, it's a little bit up the way here, but you saw some of those earlier. But also, this is just some of the cleanup in Globe. If you want to take a look and see some of the video sent from one of our viewers overnight to see just how extensive the storm was that caused all of this damage here. This video here was sent in by our viewer Kelsey. The city of Globe sent out that emergency flooding alert last night. Gila County also asking anyone whose property has been damaged to fill out a survey so disaster response teams can help them remove debris. These rescue operations are currently underway out here in Globe. We've seen rescue teams. We've seen trained dogs out here trying to find anyone who might need help. Unfortunately, in case they're looking for any bodies, too, is what we've heard from them as well. So they've had that dog out here this morning walking around. We've seen that dog, him or her, walking around and sniffing around, trying to find anyone that they could possibly help with a rescue team out here this morning. Residents still asked to avoid some of the roadways out here. We do not have much of a problem getting into Globe from Superior, but again, that's just part of the roadway out here from the main highway. There are shelters located for people who have been displaced from their homes. Lee Cornegay Intermediate School off Railroad Avenue, that's in Miami. There's also another shelter location. They're in the process of setting those up, and we'll be sharing some information soon. The Globe mayor also sending out a statement to residents last night telling them that their primary objective is search and rescue despite numerous vehicles that have been swept into the wash. We'll be out here in Globe all morning long, and we'll check back in with you, Dom, in about half an hour. But really just remarkable to see all the damage out here this morning. But the one good thing I want to say, obviously, it's a lot of damage. People have been hurt. We've been seeing cars swept away in washes. But the good thing we've seen out here is really the community coming together. We talked to people who said they're all banding together to clean up their neighbors' homes, to help local businesses that have been affected. So we'll check back in with you for about half an hour. But definitely a lot of damage we're seeing out here all over this morning.
Yeah, really tough moments. But like you said, it's that leaning on one another and those neighbors coming out when they're even experiencing tough times, but just to make sure everybody is all right.